After one long season of wait, the Vegas Golden Knights have finally made it to the Stanley Cup Finals after such a long wait. And finally made it to the Stanley Cup Finals. I mean, Cinderella story.
Their drought may be over.
Yeah.
Their fans have been waiting for a long time.
Yeah. I mean, William Karlsson said that I've been cheering for them since I was a kid. And now, my dream was to make the playoffs with these guys, and I did it, so.
But, I mean, all jokes aside, not gonna lie, we've been saying it all year long. When is it gonna end? It may not end. They might come on top.
Yeah, well.
And I'm sitting here just as, shocked as the next hockey fan, I believe. Like, you can't tell me there's, a lot of fans expected this.
Yeah.
I feel pretty sorry for Seattle. They have a lot of high expectations when they come in.
They'll be like, you gotta make the playoffs, and then you gotta go far.
You gotta win the cup for your first year. So
yeah. And actually, I think Vegas might win the cup.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I truly thought Winnipeg was probably maybe even the best team in the playoffs. And Vegas took them out also.
In 6 games.
Nope, 5.
Or, sorry, 5 games.
4 straight after game 1. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. Loss of words almost. Like, it's crazy.
Apparently this is the first time that the second best team has taken out the first best team and never went on to win the cup. Like, it's always been they beat the first place team and then they win the cup.
Yeah. So you're saying Winnipeg
beat Nashville
and then they didn't go on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Yeah. That's crazy. But kind of the newscast talked to Brian Burke, and hockey insider, I guess you could call him, or whatever. And he basically explained the reason why Vegas is doing so good is, for one, that they had an advantage being the only expansion team, where in the last expansion there was 2 teams, correct? And then there's always been multiple teams in an expansion draft. There's never just been one, so the rules are different. And Vegas basically had a chance to pick the 7th best guy out of all 30 teams. So basically their team, lines 1 through 4, are the 7th best guy on every team. So all their teams have the 7th best guy, whereas, like you said, Calgary, they have a number 14 guy on their team, whereas Vegas only has, number 7, 8 guy on their team in depth, which, like you said, helps them, and the communities kind of come together.
As 4 lines, they're deeper actually than most teams. Then
yeah,
they might not have the stars, but they got 4.
But then it's like those guys being 7th.
That'd be third-line guys.
Their former teams, they could have been higher if it were not for the stars and their teams that they were on.
Yeah, exactly.
I would say William Karlsson could be an example of that.
Yeah, that's true.
Marshall So.
Yeah.
It's another guy that comes to my mind.
Well, the teams kind of bounded together, and the communities kind of bound together over the past year. And
that's very interesting. I never
looked at it that way.
Yeah, me neither.
But it's smart. Obviously, it's smart managing. McPhee's been really good, and Gallant, behind the bench, has been really good, able to get everyone to buy into the system. And we mentioned previous weeks about how they didn't have old veterans weighing them down, and aside from the David Clarkson contract, which they got picks for, they don't have any lengthy contracts to deal with. And they have Marc-Andre Fleury, who's been, the one joke was 2/3 of the country is covered by water, the other third is covered by Marc-Andre Fleury. So,
well, in this playoffs, it's shown that. You think back, and I may not be the only one that's thought this, but I always thought Marc-Andre Fleury was a touch overrated.
Well, that's
because on the team he was on. But now you put him on this team, and don't get me wrong, they're a good team. Marc-Andre Fleury showed me that maybe he, and don't get me wrong, I always thought he was a good goalie, but I didn't ever put him with Price or Pecorine or, you know what I mean? He was always in the second tier in my eyes. But now it's like, now you see him in this playoffs and you're like, well, to be honest, he probably is the best goalie left in the playoffs.
Oh, definitely. I think so. But like to touch on what you said, I think he was maybe not overrated, but inconsistent.
Yeah, at times I recall, I think it was Philadelphia and Pittsburgh quite a few years back, I guess already. Like he got lit up, and like there'd be times he would just get lit up or let a bad goal or a soft goal, and
yeah.
But I mean,
that's just it. But big news for them was the will they or won't they, and when Derek Engelland got called to the podium, he took the trophy and he took it home with him. Something that, I mean, he didn't personally take it home and put it in his house, but he touched the trophy, and I guess we'll see if that pays off for them or not.
I mean, a lot of like just regular people will probably be like, "Okay, that's silly. You guys are stupid." But as hockey fans, no, that's a big deal if you touch it or not.
Yeah,
it depends
Right.
how superstitious you are.
Yeah, for sure. But
Because if you remember, Pittsburgh Detroit round 1, Sidney Crosby did not touch the trophy, and then
And
Pittsburgh
lost.
Detroit round 2, he touched the trophy and he's won.
And then he touched it again, they won. And they touched it again, they won. So
And maybe that's Fleury telling him or something. Hey, Sid touched the trophy. You probably should touch the trophy.
the odds are with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's neat to see. I mean, obviously that doesn't matter per se. I mean, that isn't going to determine.
No.
another one of the superstitions.
But it's
of
neat.
hockey.
Yeah, one of many. Yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of Marc-Andre Fleury, he's become the second player in NHL history to go to three-peat the Stanley Cup Finals.
With Hossa.
Yeah, and the first one is a good segue into Marian Hossa, who just, I don't know exactly what day it was, but this past week here, announced his retirement due to skin injuries.
Skin issues, yeah. Yeah, I was kind of, to be honest, just waiting for him to announce, because he took the whole year off.
Yeah.
I think just to see if this could be, is it treatable? Can he still play?
Yeah.
But obviously, clearly not, which is too bad. But he's a good player. But I mean, he had 1,134 points in 1,309 games. But
yeah,
I mean, he won 3 cups, obviously all with the Blackhawks.
Yeah.
And I mean, over 500 goals, 525, and over 606 assists, 609.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know what your guys' take on Hall of Famer, yay or nay kind of thing, but I mean, do you think he's first ballot Hall of Famer, second ballot Hall of Famer? As in, is he going to get in first go around, or is he going to have to wait? I mean, he's going to have to wait.
I see first ballot. I think.
You think he's first ballot Hall of Famer? Just based on his cups or points or
I don't know. He's always been a guy who's been like,
when he plays, he's been consistent. Yeah.
It's hard to believe that his best like points wise season was with the Thrashers. He got 100.
But
06, 07.
But correct me if I'm wrong. His
It was Mark Savard.
was Mark Savard.
Was
I
it?
think that year, yeah.
And Mark Savard was unreal passing ability.
Yeah. But he had 90.
Was he on Ottawa's team when they went to the Cup final that year?
Ottawa won it in 07. Or went to the finals in 07. So no, he was 100 points. The Thrashers that year.
Who did they trade for him?
Danny
Who
Heatley,
was it
probably.
It was Danny Heatley, yeah.
Oh, wow. Do you think that's a trade they regret?
Well, I don't know because
Danny Heatley did score 50 goals 3 times in a row for Ottawa, so
and he helped. The Alfredsson got 125 points, and Spezza had over 100 points, and like that line was dominant in that era.
kind of, yeah, like It's almost a win-win for both, in a way, because, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Heatley kind of had to get out of Atlanta, for obvious
Yeah.
reasons, and I don't know.
That team was pretty dominant. I'm surprised they didn't do more success than they did with Kovalchuk and Hossa,
Like
Mark
I said,
Savard. I mean, Kari Leighton was in net.
Hit Bobby Holik.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, I think he'll get in the first time around.
Yeah.
Based on his, obviously 3 cups, and he contributed to those. But even his points, I mean, to get 1,000 points, well, 1,100 points in his case, but to get over 1,000, in my mind, I think it's getting tougher and tougher to do.
Yeah, I think so.
Right? I mean,
Well, it's even way tougher to play over 1,000 games.
yeah, and he played 1,300, so I mean, I could see him going in, but at the same time, I don't have a list sitting in front of me who he's got to go in, like who's got to beat out.
And that's where I was gonna go with that. You don't know who's in the pool, right?
Yeah, if there's 3 or 4 guys better than him, he's waiting. He's second ballot then.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure exactly how the Hall of Fame works, but if there's a headliner, and then there, you put a superstar and then a bunch of smaller stars, I'm not sure exactly how it works.
Just 4 best guys. That they
Or
think.
it's just 4 best guys. I don't know exactly, but
I mean, I'm trying to think who else would be eligible. Guys that have recently retired that are stars.
Yager.
Yager hasn't retired yet, though.
No.
But Yager would be a guy that would beat him out, for example.
Yeah.
Joe McGinley, in my eyes, would beat him out, too.
Yeah. What's over 600
The
goals?
only problem with Joe McGinley, he didn't win a cup, but his points are
But the thing is,
600 goals, yeah.
the thing with, where I don't think he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, Marian Hossa, is, in my mind, the Hockey Hall of Fame is an individual, where, individual
That's
statistics mean more, in my opinion, than team stats, right?
Where a guy like Joe McGinley, I believe he's won Richard twice.
He definitely won it once, for
He
sure.
tied some Hayduk one year.
Yeah, that's correct, yeah.
And I think he won it once on his own. Maybe. I could be wrong on that one, but I know for sure he tied with Hayduk one year. And obviously, Yager is Yager going to have to wait? I mean, we're not really talking about Yager, talking about Hossa, but what do you think Yager will actually have to wait his 2 years, or is he just going to be...
I don't know.
They didn't for Lemieux.
No.
Well, I mean, Lemieux got in 97. He got in.
And then
And then he come back and played
yeah, the only player
more
to
seasons or
ever have
play and be in the Hall of Fame at the same time.
his jersey was probably in the rafters too when he was playing.
I think
Didn't they take it
was.
down?
I think they took it down again, maybe, yeah. But, I mean, Gretzky, he didn't have to wait. He was pretty much in the next day after he retired. Pretty close. Right?
Which makes sense. And that's poses the question. Number 2 all time, right? In points.
Yeah.
Is he gonna have to wait?
Lemieux didn't.
Nope.
So, I don't know. That kind of... you asked me the other day... I don't know. Was that on the... I don't remember if that was on the podcast or not, but about Yager, where his number...
Oh, about all over the league.
Like, no, but does he...
what teams,
What
yeah.
teams? And of all 9 teams... I think that was on the podcast, actually.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, which one? Yeah. Okay. I wasn't sure if that was a conversation we had or that was on the podcast, but...
They all go together, yeah.
But going back to Hossa, I mean, it's going to come down who he's up against. And that's about
Yeah.
my opinion on that. I mean,
And
That's fair.
that's a good point too. I mean, like you said, he had a 100-point season, and he was pretty consistent with numbers. He was a good player. He's Hall of Fame worthy, but just when? I mean, number 2 all time in Slovakia for Slovakian players. So, I mean, that's an important thing too, right?
but I guess jumping into Tampa versus Washington, Game 7.
Tomorrow, correct?
Yeah, tomorrow night. Winner takes all. Do or die.
Yep.
This is obviously Ovechkin's biggest game in his career. He said Game 6 was, but now he's